So I'm here at Panavision and I am doing a loading of an Arri 35mm camera. And I'm doing this video because I don't shoot on film a lot, so it's a good reminder of what I need to do. So, and I hope this helps you out too, because I couldn't find any videos on how to load this particular camera. So I'm gonna make one and put it out in the YouTube world to help anybody else who might need to use this camera and hasn't done it in a while. So first is the mag. This is a 400-foot mag. And right now it's closed. You can see by the C here and the Z there. Now, this is a little bit broken, but you can just push that down. Shouldn't be this hard, but gonna have to excuse the shaky hand camera. Now it's open to that M position, and Z, I think, is German for close, and C is close for us. But anyway, the lid comes off. I already have a dummy roll in here, and your roll is supposed to look like a number 9. You see how that looks like a number 9? And then when it's on this side, it's supposed to look like a letter P, if you can imagine that. So I take the film, the emulsion side, this side, should go down in there first, through the rollers. So now that I have it in the rollers, I can advance. I have it going through there. Now I can advance the film to come out there. Once it's out, I'm going to pull it so that it comes to this little mark, which is your loop mark. Your loop should be this long, so you can get the correct loop. So it's a little bit over. I'm gonna take it back just a smidge. There, perfect. Now I have the loop, the correct loop measure. I'm gonna feed it back through this end. And again, it's only me filming this, so excuse the shaky footage. Uh-oh. To redo that. I need both hands to do this, so I want to put it down. Put my cell phone down. You can see the film is coming up through the take-up side. I got my loop here, correct size, and when I pull it through, and yes, the footage counter goes back there on that side now. And this is called a collapsible core. versus this is just a regular core. You don't need to, some film mags have, you have to have an extra core here to put on the take-up side, but with this particular mag you do not. And it's going to, I guess they call it a collapsible core, because you can just collapse that little lever on there. And you just maybe go once around and you should be good. Now close that back on, put the lid back on here. And then it's sealed and ready to go. You might want to put some tape around the perimeter to prevent any light leaks. But yeah, you're good. So let's pause here. So this is, we have our loop and we have our mag. So you want to go ahead and just put the film through in like that first. I don't know if you can see my hand. And then you want to put the back end, make sure it closes down like that first so that it snaps in. Oh, it's not snapping in. So make sure you get it into the groove, this part, and then, oh, it's not coming. Okay, so there, now it's in. See, you put this here, you put that there so that it seats in correctly first, and then you can do the front end. Now we're into our loop. How to thread the camera. So I have a little light here, and you first want to make sure that's down like that. And if you see this, we'll open up the gate. That's the gate. And you want this registration pin, this is the registration pin right here. So you want to line it up with the dot that's right up there. And I'll point to it. That's the dot. You guys can see that right there. Cool. So, and then there's the registration pin right over here. You guys can see that. So I'm going to line that up. And there's another dot up here. I don't know if you can see that right in here. That you want to make sure the film kind of goes across it so that it's lined up properly. Then you make sure. Now I had this is the claw right here. So I had the claw in, so it's not gonna, the film's not gonna seat properly. So now that the claw is out and that's lined up, I can put the film where it needs to be, and the loop is right there where it needs to be, and I can now, wait a second. Okay, now I can move the registration pin so that it's in place and it should hold there. And I close the gate, close the camera, and moment of truth. We'll see if it runs smoothly. You can hear it. If it's not running smoothly, you can definitely hear it. So now it goes. Sounds good. So let's see it running through the mag. As I open that. So now let's turn it on. It's a little noisy, but, and that should roll out. Okay, so it sounds pretty good. I've threaded the camera where it was very noisy and I knew I did something wrong. So you will hear it, you'll definitely hear the difference. So that's loading the Arri 35mm camera with a 400-foot mag. Thank you. So I threaded the camera again. I did it a second time because practice makes perfect, or practice makes permanent, however you want to say it. But I threaded the camera again, and I just wanted to see if it can run quieter. Flip the little on switch. That's out. I think that sounded a little bit quieter than before. So just want to show you that again. There's a few other things I want to show you about this. So we have the footage counter right here. This is going to be, this gives you the footage count. So when it's, obviously if there's no film on there, it's going to be at 0. So it has feet and meters. You want to, I'm American, so I use feet. So it's at 0 feet, we have no film in there. But if I take the lever, footage counter lever, and push it there, I'm just gonna hold it. So it looks, now the needle is, there it is, it looks like it's full. Once it's on the take up side. Alrighty. So if it's, I guess, since, sorry to lead you wrong there, but if it's a larger roll, obviously this little lever will be pushed back further. As the film's going, it's going to go this way, leaving you with a reduced footage count on the other side, so you know how much footage you approximately have. All right, but you always want to time the shot so that you know how more precisely how much footage you have. And I'll go over that in the camera log report. Thanks.